Mmm.
Hey, this is Cody from Westminster Effects with our first ever non-NAMM installment of Will It PDubs, where we take whatever gear we can find, pair it up with some Westminster and Nose products, and see if we can get a worship tone out of it. Today, we're taking a look at the Fishman Fluence Modern active humbuckers to see if we can indeed get that worship tone out of them. I have a bunch of guitars. I like all of my guitars to do something a little something different from each guitar, and I haven't had a guitar with active pickups in a very long time, mostly because, I just think EMGs sound really shrill a lot of times, especially if I'm switching between a passive guitar and an active guitar, and there's so much high end that it just sounds like an ice pick. So I'm going to be throwing those in my Agile AL 3100 MCC. This guitar is fantastic. It currently has Lambertone's grinders in it, and while these are fantastic pickups, they're not active, so it's basically doing something that I have a bunch of other guitars that already do this same thing. So let's take a look at the materials that we're going to be using and throw them in there and see what we can make happen. Some of the materials I'm working with, we have the battery pack, which is actually really cool. You can mount it directly to the back plate with that little adhesive thingy, and it charges with a USB cable, which is really, really cool. You don't have to worry about battery clips and all that. Here's the pickups themselves with your obligatory documentation, but one of the things that's really cool is they go ahead and include your wires and your pots and all of that, since it's they're using 25K pots instead of 500K like most humbuckers use. Also, they include 2 push-pull pots, but I am supplementing those push-pull pots with some other all parts 25K push-pull pots because I want to do more than their standard treble roll off and then classic and modern voicing push-pull things. I also want to coil tap both pickups. So here's our materials, and I'm gonna throw these in my guitar and we'll get started. All right, so I put these pickups in yesterday. I got about 30 minutes of playing time in on them last night, mostly high gain stuff, and loved them with that. And I've been messing with the pickup height to get a better clean tone, and I will say you hear everything, and at the same time these pickups are really sensitive to pickup height changes, so if you back them off too much, you'll get super clean. You push them too close to the strings and they'll just distort right away. So we'll just start with the bridge, not coil tapped, and on the modern voice. I'll kind of let you know the first time I do stuff, and then you'll just kind of have to figure it out from there. But here is some clean, quote unquote, on the bridge. I guess I should note that I'm playing through the Westminster Effects Geneva amp sim. You can buy it at westminstereffects.com. So let's go to the classic voicing. So classic, definitely a lot less gain there. Let's coil tap it. So that is the outside coil. I can coil tap it for the inside, and I might experiment with that another time. So let's go to the neck pickup. So as you can hear, that's really, really hot. I'm probably going to go back into the pickup, and they have a jumper option to decrease the gain. Definitely going to do that next time I change my strings. So let's go to classic. And coil tapped. I'm not really a fan of the classic voicing on the coil tap setting, but I do like them a whole lot more with it on the modern voice. And I'm always a sucker for a single coil in the neck pickups. We'll just leave that there. I'm gonna go back to the bridge pickup, slap on some Spurgeon Hall. So let's get properly PDubs. Let's throw on some Edwards Overdrive, which you can also get at westminstereffects.com. And while we're at it, let's stack that Edwards with the 1689, also available at westminstereffects.com. So, will it PDubs? Yes, with some qualifications. I would probably leave it in the classic voicing, and then when you really want some oomph, you basically kind of have a built-in clean boost here, and here's how that sounds. So classic voice. So yeah, nice increase in output from there. That's obviously really good for high gain type of stuff, but the question is, will it PDubs? And I think, yeah, you can make it work. You might have to tweak some EQ, might have to tweak your amp a little bit, anything like that. But I'm going to play this in church, and I'm going to have fun with it. Check us out, westminstereffects.com. Thanks a lot.